We've got big news out of our nation's fine Space Force. No, not the failed Netflix show, which top Rotten Tomatoes critics said was shockingly unfunny, does not have liftoff, and in space, no one can hear you stink. I'm talking about the real Space Force, signed into law by President Trump in 2019, establishing the first official new branch of the armed services since 1947, and the most noteworthy branch of any armed service since the KISS Army began in 1975. As noted on the official United States Space Force website, the Space Force organizes, trains, and equips personnel in order to protect U.S. and allied interests in space, and to provide space capabilities to the joint forces. And to that end, our Space Force has just unveiled a major new design to help push forward America's dominance over the domain of space. But it's not a satellite, it's not a probe, and it's not a laser. And it's definitely not this. It's a painting. Dateline, October 20. Peterson Space Force Base, Colorado, United States. Our nation's military officially unveiled Ground Intercept, capturing the moment that a futuristic U.S. space vehicle intercepts an adversary satellite, who, in turn, is positioning to disable a friendly satellite. Now, this moment, of course, has yet to happen, and very well may never happen because it's a painting. This plane in the painting is officially referred to as a futuristic intercept vehicle. And even though it's pointed out that this depiction bears a striking resemblance to the X-20 Dinosaur, the first US spaceplane design, this in fact is not that spaceplane, and is simply a figment of the artist's imagination, who used a crude model as a reference for this work. As I'm sure you can tell from his signature here, our artist, Rick Herter, happens to be an accomplished aviation artist, who was first asked to participate in the Air Force art program back in 1987. In fact, most of our military service branches, from the Army to the Coast Guard, have some sort of visual art collection conveying its roles in times of peace and war. The Space Force says that for centuries, artists have depicted battles and war victories to inspire national pride and record momentous acts of courage. Indeed, in the 1980s, an official artist with NASA imagined tomorrow's Air Force, 2001 and beyond, and riding the laser. Of course, what that artist failed to depict is our polluted stratosphere. A new study finds that the amount of vaporized metals from discarded rockets and satellites is growing in the stratosphere, and scientists aren't exactly clear yet what this means for the atmosphere. What's clear to me, however, is these paintings should contain more garbage.